So, my amplified unit, you got a nice new gold shiny title last night. Congratulations. Three weeks ago, heavy, coming off of that Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. We had a long discussion about how the Cody Rhodes main event at Mania was a catastrophe of a booking botch. A lot of the community just said, don't worry, man, there's more story to tell. Triple H told us so. They said, don't worry, BC, there's more story to tell. There's adversity that Cody needs to go through. There is struggle, BC, but don't worry. It's going to be a bigger moment when it finally happens. That's what we were told. Of course, BC and my amplified unit, from Renee to Kevin to Eric to James to JR9 to Clutch City Fan to Alex to Deonta, nobody in my amp unit bought that bullshit, nonsensical trash. No, we kept that for the stupid portion of the wrestling community. Never did any of us believe for one fucking flying second that a moment would be bigger than the WrestleMania stage. That culminating moment with the right person at the right time. You'll never capture that lightning in a bottle ever again. You'll never get that moment ever again. Not only did we know that, and BC wasn't the only one right. Most of my unit knew exactly what this was going to lead to. Some cheap rematch at SummerSlam for a devalued moment. Maybe they wait till WrestleMania to give it to Cody. Maybe they never give it to Cody. And they give it to Seth Rollins. You never fucking know. Maybe Cody Rhodes totally gets screwed out of it if it remained one fucking title or one undisputed champion. We don't know, but it would be devalued. We knew that. So now what happens? Even further, they rake the coals under the feet of Cody Rhodes. They put that shit on ultra burn, and they burn Cody Rhodes even more. This was WWE last night admitting their catastrophic wrong. This was WWE last night saying, oops, we done fucked up. Hold on, damage control. And I'm not talking Bailey, Io, and Dakota. This was WWE damage control. The problem is, it's too late. The damage is already irreversible. You can't change that shit. Now you can only hope to dig out of that hole. That's the only hope you can have right now, is to dig out of the hole that you've created. But you cannot reverse that. Cody Rhodes in the future can defeat Roman Reigns 10 times in a row. You'll never get what we had at Mania. It will never be as special. I love those idiots that are like, Cody Rhodes is going to end up beating Roman. Don't worry. The fuck you talking about? I don't give a fuck if Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns on top of the Empire State Building on July 4th. It ain't going to fucking do justice to what WrestleMania was going to give us. Numbnuts. Cody Rhodes can beat Roman Reigns in the middle of Fifth Avenue on your grandmother's fucking bed? On your roof? It wouldn't matter. Aisle 6 of the local Walmart. It's not going to matter. At fucking Starrcade. You could bring back Starrcade. They could do it at Double or Nothing in AEW. Wrestle Kingdom in Japan. It will never be as big as WrestleMania. Ever. It ain't going to happen. Cody Rhodes beating Roman Reigns will never have the same effect. And now you have another title, which fans are already calling the Runners-Up Championship. The Consolation Trophy is what this title is already being called. So you have, in effect, made the situation even worse. Even worse. Because Cody Rhodes now, if he gets the this new championship, he didn't do it by defeating Roman Reigns, period. So it's like a consolation prize. And if he does go over to SmackDown and defeat Roman Reigns, well, his whole purpose was to get that WWE championship, not the Universal. And he just happened to do it on a reduced, devalued stage. Is everybody comprehending this, or am I the only one using fucking logic and common sense? This is not looking into it too deep. This is literally making a catastrophe of a mistake and then making it worse instead of better. That's exactly what they're doing. They're making it even worse. They took a problem and they somehow made it worse. You have dumb Levesque, triple dummy, dumb Levesque out there. You guys deserve. This is what he said last night. You ready for dumb, triple dummy? He goes out there in the middle of the ring and he says, you know what? Come to think of it, Roman doesn't defend it often. He put that in his contract. That's smart. You guys deserve a defending champion. I'm going to give you a new belt. What a fucking moron. How does this make him look, the company look, anybody who wins that fucking runners-up championship? Who the fuck wants to win that shit now? It's basically Austin Theory all over again. You guys remember last year? How could you forget? I know we tried to. Austin Theory cashed in on a United States Championship during an open challenge in the middle of a Monday Night Raw. And do you know what his excuse was? Well, I was never going to beat Roman anyway, so I went for the US title. The same title he was going for the whole year of 2022. Him, Bobby Lashley, and Seth Rollins faced each other 87 times in 2022. And if you're wondering, wait till you hear what happened on Monday Night Raw last night, because Bobby Lashley is right back in there with Austin Theory. Because there's nothing fucking new at this company. They don't give a fuck to give you fresh, organic television. We'll get to that when I get to the review. I'm still in the cold open. I'm not even close to being fucking done. So we went over that whole thing with Austin Theory. He was going for the title nonstop anyway. It's an open challenge. Why are you cashing in your briefcase, numbnuts? And he gives the excuse that he wasn't going to beat Roman anyway. And a few months later, he says he wants to be in the Royal Rumble so he can earn a shot to go against Roman Reigns. Oh my fucking... How is BC the only one that is just trying to make sense of this and it doesn't make sense? You just said you cashed in because you didn't want to take on Roman. Now you want to face 29 other dudes in the Rumble, make it harder on yourself just to face Roman. You said you didn't want to. You gave up an opportunity to. Now you just made it harder to go into the Rumble. The whole Austin Theory thing was botched, but there's some people that refuse to take an L in the community, so they're like, nope, I love the new Theory. He's so repackaged. He put his phone down, and, well, he's repackaged. I love the new Theory. Nope, same Theory, guys. Just put the phone down. It's the same fucking guy. Same butchered fucking booking. Same level of interest or care that's non-existent when he comes out. Same feuds with Bob Lashley. Everything is the fucking same. So here we are going with the same philosophy, right? This is the group of people. It's like the B group in a tournament, right? They're not good enough for the A group, so they're all going to go for this championship. They're all going to go for the WWE Consolation Prize Championship. While Roman is over there and nobody can supposedly defeat him. Numbnuts, why was this not done before Mania? No harm, no foul. He gets to keep his Universal title for 1,000, 5,000, 25,000 fucking days. Cody gets the big fucking moment and can actually go to Puerto Rico against Brock Lesnar because then it makes sense because Brock attacked him for a fucking title. No, they didn't do it. They fucking made a title. They divided the titles after Mania. Brock attacks Cody for no reason now. None. We have a main event in Backlash. Nobody knows why the fuck this is even happening. Roman's at home, sipping the margaritas, probably laughing at everybody. Nothing makes sense. And now we're splitting the titles. Now we're splitting the fucking titles. After the fucking mega botch, making this even worse. If Cody wins the WWE Championship, he did it without beating Roman. It's almost like nulled at that point. If he defeats Roman for the Universal, his whole point to come back was the WWE title. And no matter what, it's going to be a devalued, reduced moment because it's not going to be on the grandest stage. And now there's all these muddy waters because there's 3 fucking titles right now, which will become 2 after the draft. They'll make that Universal just 1. But he's not undisputed anymore. There's a second champion. So whoever beats Roman, the victory is going to be devalued. It's no longer undisputed. There's 2 separate title holders. So when Roman gets beat, the moment will never be as big as it could have been at WrestleMania. That's the fucking point. That's the whole fucking point here. And it's time the community, most of the community after last night finally, thankfully, has taken the fucking L and just admitted that. Most of the fucking community last night realized, even the ones that claimed he needed struggle and adversity, thankfully, I have seen nothing but just non-stop in the right direction dialogue, which is welcoming. Fans are finally seeing that they should not have given the benefit of the doubt to WWE Sunday night, April 2nd, WrestleMania's main event. Now people are starting to realize that was not the right decision, and we should have never put our faith that WWE would do this correctly, because this has been botched from the jump, and it is just continuing to get worse and worse. And who the fuck wins this shit now? Oh, Seth Rollins is going to come in and win the fucking title, and we're all going to go, you deserve it. You deserve it. We were all fucking... This guy was doing nothing until the song came. And do you guys realize that? The funny outfits, we were like, oh, it's Seth. We respect Seth. We respect him. We know what he's done for the company. We know if he gets titles, then that's fine. But let's not act like this dude was captivating you. He comes up with a fucking song. The song is super over. And now we're acting like Rollins deserves to collect every championship like fucking Sonic collecting fucking gold rings. Stop! All of a sudden, fans are already forgetting about Sami Zayn or Cody Rhodes. Now we're on to the new flavor of the month. Give it to Seth Rollins. I like to sing his song. When Monday nights come on, I go like this. You ready for this, basically? Listen to what I do. When Seth comes on, I do this, basically. I go like this. Hey, basically, are you listening? Listen, basically, I go like this when Seth comes out. Basically, over here. It's Timmy, over here. Hi, basically, I go like this. Oh, I do it, basically. I sing the song. He's super over. He ain't winning a fucking world title over Cody motherfucking Rhodes, I can assure you of that. I don't know what fucking moment you think that's gonna give you, Seth winning another fucking world title. I've seen Seth Rollins win a world title at WrestleMania. Like, I need to see this guy win at Night of Champions in fucking Saudi Arabia? The fuck are we doing? What are you talking about? Put your head on. I don't need to see this dude come down the aisle like Kool-Aid Man or whatever the fuck he's gonna be dressed in after he raids his wife Becky Lynch's fucking closet and he puts on high heels and a leopard print fucking tight suit and we all fucking sing for 27 minutes. We got a fucking nut off because we sang his song, and that's a bigger moment than Cody at Mania because he didn't struggle enough. Fuck that and fuck you. Fucking A, man. What are we doing as a community? Collectively, sometimes we're fucking stupid. Sami Zayn's gotta get it. He's gotta get it. Cody Rhodes, yeah, I see it. Cody's gotta get it. Seth Rollins has to get it now. Cody's time has already passed. What the fuck is this flavor of the month? Is Rick Boogs next? I love Rick Boogs, but if he catches lightning in a bottle, are we gonna anoint him the next champion? Stop with the fucking titles. Switching hands like a fucking merry-go-round. Those numbnuts are the ones that probably put Roman Reigns at an 8,000-day title reign. Sethington Rollins is not the one to beat Roman, clearly. If you didn't give it to Sami on a big stage in Montreal, a bigger stage, the biggest at WrestleMania for Cody, and you didn't give it to him, Sethington in Saudi Arabia? Fuck you talking about? What are you talking about, huh? So Sethington would have to win the WWE, and then Cody goes over to SmackDown, he defeats Roman, and then Cody has a devalued championship victory. That's the point in all of this. You could have done business correctly Sunday night, April 2nd, and you fucking botched. And it was one of the biggest fucking botches in wrestling history, because everything afterwards makes no sense. The last month of WWE television has been fucking pathetic to an amplified, nauseating level. And that is sad, it is pathetic, it is astoundingly nauseating. Getting through these Raws is you'd be better off probably in a fucking sleep-induced coma. You'd probably be more comfortable than watching 3 hours of a Monday Night Raw. And SmackDown as of late is not much better. Watching SmackDown is like watching a 2-hour Nia Jax versus Eva Marie match. Special guest referee Dana Brooke. It's no fucking better. They went back to 2.1 in the rating. Raw will probably get a pop in the rating because of Triple H's huge announcement and the fact that CM Punk was backstage earlier in the night. So yeah, they're going to get a bump. They'll probably fly past 1.9. Will they hit 2.0? Who knows? Was the show worthy of 1920? No. The show was worthy of a fucking 821,000 viewership. Dynamite was better than fucking Raw this week. Dynamite! And dumb over there, triple dummy, comes out and he unveils this new title and he looks at the camera, the little snake that he is. If you trust a word that Paul Levesque says, you're a fucking dummy like him. Paul Levesque is a fucking snake, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree with VKM, the old bastard in Stamford, Connecticut. Trust me when I say, Paul Levesque will tell you one thing to your face, you'll turn around and he'll stick the proverbial knife right in your back. That's Paul Levesque. Paul Levesque looks right at the camera. He says, you guys deserve a real fighting champion. You guys deserve someone who's going to travel around the world. Well, that's what we tried to fucking tell you. We tried to tell you that 2 months before Mania so you could split the titles, keep one on Roman because we know that's what you want to fucking do. Put the fucking title on Cody because we knew Cody was going to be going to the UK. Cody's going to be going to Puerto Rico. Cody is going to be traveling around the world and having matches, as we come to find out with Brock Lesnar, for instance. And he's going to have a title because you have to fight for something at Cody's fucking level. That's why Brock would attack Cody, because Brock couldn't take on Roman anymore. That was the stipulation in their last match. So Brock was biding his time until somebody finally has a world title he can go after. That would have been Cody. That's what I mean. Nothing makes sense, and they botched everything from that one massive botch Sunday night, April 2nd. So we tried to tell the company months in advance, split the fucking titles, bro. No, they do WrestleMania like they did. Backlash makes no fucking sense. They take King of the Ring and Queen of the fucking Ring, whatever it's called, and they turn it into Night of Champions a month before the event. That tells you how clueless this company is and how they literally are day to day, minute by minute. This company has no fucking idea what they're doing. They change a whole pay-per-view name in a month. And you're telling me they have long-term plans? That's fuck you're talking about. The fuck you talking about? I'll give you long-term plans. And that ain't it. That ain't long-term storytelling, Jack. That's a company that doesn't have a clue what they're doing day to day. So we go to all these places, and Cody doesn't even have a fucking title. And he's going to be main eventing with Brock, and Brock doesn't even want to show up to work, especially Mondays. He's going to be there next week. He showed up 2 weeks ago, and he giggled, and he left. He'll show up next week, and maybe he'll F5 Cody a few times. Collect his big payday, and he'll take off. You know, people go, oh, Beasley has such a big ego. It's always about him being right. No. You got it ass backwards. I can't stand being right. The fact that I am right nearly all the time, 99.99% like a Clorox wipe, is pathetic. I don't want to be right. I don't pat myself on the fucking back when I am right. Because when I am right, it means this company fucked up tenfold. Nothing to do with ego. The fact that we were right months before any of this even unfolded, while everybody else gave WWE the benefit of the doubt and said, this is the right decision, have patience, let it play out, long-term storytelling. There was one motherfucker in this community that refused to go with that bullshit narrative. His name, BC. Amplified. The unit, the amplified unit. Every motherfucker you see in that chat right now. The hundreds live, the thousands that'll catch this over the next 24 hours. We all knew months in advance because we saw the trajectory of this buffoonery that was happening in this dipshitted company, and nobody wanted to change the shit until it was too late. And when it's too late, sometimes the hole is too deep and you can't dig out of it. You've been dropped in the middle of the ocean without a lifeline, no preserver. Good luck swimming your ass to shore. It's not a debate if Cody got screwed or not. It's not a debate. And I want to make this clear. Cody's not fucking crying himself to sleep at night. Cody has a fat paycheck from WWE. Cody has a beautiful wife. Cody has the greatest friends, AEW, WWE. He's fine, guys. It's not like Cody's moping around this morning going, I got screwed. Cody is fine. What we are talking about is booking-wise, career-wise, Cody was screwed. The big moment that even he knew, he thought for a while he was absolutely getting at Mania, did not happen. And now no matter what happens in the future, no matter what happens, it'll never be the moment that was going to be at WrestleMania. And now there's another world title. So he won't even be the dude to beat the undisputed champion because there's two different title holders now. So he will not be the one to defeat the... everything has been devalued. That's what we mean when we say Cody got screwed. He's not crying himself to bed. He's got a fat paycheck, a beautiful career. He's fine. Career-wise, what they just did to him, he was done dirty. There's no other way to say it. Most of us know exactly the ins and outs of the pro wrestling world. The dude got done dirty. Even if he wins the fucking one of these titles in the near future or the distant future, he got done dirty. It is now devalued to an amplified degree. That's the fucking problem here. That's the problem. And it's easily avoidable, guys. That's why we get amplified on this platform and we have a channel like this. Because this type of shit is easily avoided if you just make the right calls from the jump. This company has this weird thing where it's almost like they go out of their way to make the stupidest decisions possible. And there's some fans that go along with it. They honestly think the company does no wrong. The company cannot fuck up. BC, you're too harsh. Let it play out. It's long-term storytelling. They have a plan. No, they don't. And last night, finally, the world of wrestling realized that. Most people, anyway. I'm sure there's still some fucking clowns that are going to fight this to the end, right? I think it was the right decision at Mania, and I love what's happening. Special breed, indeed. Special breed, indeed. The pathetic breed? No question, but special. But the most of us, the majority of us, know exactly what has happened with Cody Rhodes and with WWE for the longest time. We all know what's happening. It's almost like it's internal sabotage. It's almost like it is internal sabotage where this company likes to see how much they can fuck with us, how much they can get away with while still making record revenue from their big deals, while the fans get shit on time after time, and the talent gets shit on time after time. Their own fucking talent gets played with. You know, unit, there's only... We can voice out the frustration and try to help the industry as much as possible. But if people don't reach out and accept that help, right? Understand that our words are actually accurate if they just listen. It's not just, this podcaster's complaining. It's not about complaining. Do you see what the fuck happened from WrestleMania Night 2 to right now today? Do you see how nothing makes sense? Do you see how the air has been sucked out of the wrestling community? Do you see how there's no buzz, no excitement for Backlash or Night of Champions next month? Do you see how nobody's excited for the Cody Rhodes journey to continue? Do you see how nobody gives a fuck about the Bloodline and Sami Zayn anymore? Do you see that? But we were told at WrestleMania there's more story to tell. No, it's okay to close the fucking chapter, close the book, start a new book. Get fresh. You can even have the same characters, but get fresh. J.K. Rowling didn't make one massive Harry Potter book that was 9 billion pages long. Could you imagine fitting that on your Barnes & Noble bookshelf? No, she ended books. She started new books with the same characters and fun stories. Some of those stories with the same exact villains and heroes. I never even read the fucking books. I know this. I don't read, period. Gives me a headache. It ain't about ego. BC is not actually book smart. I'll be the first to say, you want ego? How about I humble myself? I'm not book smart at all. I have what my Dukes always called street smarts. I have this good ability not just to survive, but thrive with logic and common sense. My superpower is professional wrestling. I don't know why. I was watching it when I was a little kid and I was dissecting it. I was critiquing it. The grown-ups watching with me would tell me to shut up because I would be critiquing shit. It's like a Paul Heyman mind. My superpower is professional wrestling. And I just use logic and common sense with the knowledge that I have instilled from within. Everything else? No. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the first thing on how to take out a fucking baby from a mother's womb. I can't tell you if you're having a heart attack that I can save you. I can't help you build a building and be an architect. I can't even help you landscape some bushes. I can't do any of that. But I can damn sure tell you when professional wrestling is really good and it's really fucking awful. And you waited 3 hours last night, by the way, to watch a fucking musician come down and beat the shit out of a pro wrestler with a kendo stick. And much love to the bunny that is bad, by the way. This dude has done everything asked for him when he didn't need to. I have so much respect for Bad Bunny, just like I do Snoopy Dogg, especially after WrestleMania. But we waited 3 hours on a Monday Night Raw to watch the baddest bunny come down to the fucking ring wearing Nia Jax's coat, dad jeans, uncle shoes. I don't know who the fuck dressed this dude. And he beats the shit out of He chases Damien away. 3 hours to watch a musician? That's like waiting 3 hours to ride Space Mountain, and when you get to the end of the line, you find out it's the teacups! The teacups! You tuned in for 3 hours to watch the best show in the world, hopefully, right? I mean, that's a laugh knowing what Raw has been for 10 years, but the point is, you want to be entertained. We waited 3 hours to watch Bad Bunny arrive to the Allstate Arena. I'm not even joking, guys. The whole story for the night was Bad Bunny is on his way. He's posting on his Insta story. He's almost at the Allstate Arena. BC was at the edge of his seat. My heart was palpitating. My pulse was fucking astounding. I could not hold back the excitement. Bad Bunny was in Chicago. Come to think of it, that didn't excite me too much at all. I was not at the edge of my seat. My heart was not pounding. My pulse was not fucking amplified. No, it was just Bad Bunny with Nia Jax's coat, his dad jeans, his uncle's shoes, and a kendo stick. That's what we got. That is my half an hour cold open. I didn't want to spend a half an hour on a cold open. I just had a lot to say, and I'm on my 5th coffee already this morning. I appreciate you guys tuning in live. This amped up podcast will be dedicated to Monday Night Raw. I already spent the first hour with you guys live last night. We're only going to go over the last 2 hours of Raw, thankfully. 4/24/23. We do have to talk about the start of hour 2. We touched up on it last night when it happened. We are going to talk more about the Triple H fucking triple dummy, dumb Levesque in this new championship. And then we'll go over everything that happened last night. The travesty with Chad Gable. The fucking waiting 3 hours for Bad Bunny. One of the biggest feuds in wrestling history. Sethington Rollins face to face with one of the most diabolical, biggest over superstars in the world, Omos. We're going to talk all about it coming up in this Monday Night Raw review for the Amped Up Podcast, 4/24/23. As of today, it is 4/25/23. What's up, everybody? Unit? What's up, everybody? Salute, Strick, James, Michael, Renee G, Trav, Storm, DB for Life, Godswilla, Shrimp Fajitas, JR9. Mikey, everybody up in the chat, man. What's up? Project, what up? Cosmic, what up? So, guys, what we're going to do is go over this. I wish I could tell you that I'm done being amplified and I'm going to relax a little and we can just talk normally about the show, but I'm not. This show upsets me. This show fucking is so bad, and we're probably going to have to stay amplified. So I wish I could tell you that that's the most amplification. You can turn up the volume a little bit now. I'm done being amplified, but that's just not the case. I know there was a bunch of supers that came in too. I'm going to get to you guys at the end of this podcast, I assure you. So I'll go over all supers coming up. We start hour number 2 with triple dummy. Dumb. Paul Levesque, middle of the ring. And he looks right into the camera and he tells us, you guys deserve a fighting champion. And come to find out, Roman in his contract, he had something in there that says he doesn't have to defend all the time. Very smart. But you guys deserve a fighting champion that's going to tour around the world defending the title. Well, that's what Cody should have had. But he doesn't, does he? He doesn't because you fucked up. And you did it 3 weeks later when now nothing that happens going forward is going to make sense or be of substance, have value attached to it. I don't want to repeat myself, guys. This new fucking title is Damage Control. When it was done, how it was done, and what it does going forward for everybody and everything makes this even a worse situation than before the split title was unveiled. You guys know this by now. Most of the community has come to the realization that Cody absolutely should have won that title on Sunday night. So I don't want to fucking go over it again. The title is now here. It is going to be accepted by the first new champion at Night of Champions. And now it's just who gets it. Does Cody go over to SmackDown and defeat Roman? Does Cody stay on Raw and win the World Championship? This new one. Does Seth Rollins? Rollins was out there last night fucking having a love story with this championship. The crowd is chanting he deserves it all of a sudden. And it seems like we're already forgetting about everybody else and we're just all jumping onto the Sethington Rollins bandwagon as if that's gonna interest most of us. A Sethington Rollins title reign when the company has nothing going forward for anybody. It's not gonna... Is that it? Unit, I'm asking, honestly, is Sethington Rollins the one that's going to win this championship? I mean, where are we going with this new title? I mean, this creates more problems than solves issues. There's nobody. There's nobody. I guess people are saying perfect scenario. Cody gets one, Sethington gets the other. I don't think WWE even is thinking that route. They don't do anything that should happen, first of all. They do the opposite most of the time. It's a consolation prize. It's a runners-up championship. It's a bracket of individuals that cannot beat Roman, so they made another title. It's like a glorified IC championship. It is a glorified US championship. That's all this is. I hate to say that because I was an advocate of splitting the titles up way before Mania so the right thing could take place. But doing it now, the way that it's done, it's set up, it's a championship for those that cannot get the actual title. And again, when somebody actually beats Roman, he's no longer the undisputed champion. So it's devalued. And it won't be on the grandest fucking stage. So it's devalued to the most amplified of measures. This whole fucking thing is just so frustrating because it was easily avoided. You could have easily avoided this whole shit if you just used common sense and logic. You can have all the book smarts in the world. No book can teach you street smarts. And what you learn when you are forced to survive and then thrive is logic and common sense. I wish more people in that company, especially suits and ties, had logic and common sense. I wish more people in that company stood the fuck up, found their balls, attached them, and utilized them. I think a lot of people realized last night that we can stop just blaming Vince McMahon. Paul Levesque is so far up his ass, ain't nothing gonna change, bro. If you think Paul Levesque is standing up to VKM, you don't know Paul Levesque. Triple dummy. Dumb. Paul Levesque is dumb. What can I do for you next, my tribal chairman? You can sit there, doofus son-in-law. You're a doofus. I brought CM Punk in last night just to laugh at you. You make me sick. Put your nose back up my ass. First get me a cannoli, then go right back up my ass. Doofus son-in-law. My tribal chairman, do you want 2 cannolis or just 1? Surprise me, doofus! Tribal chairman, can I get my balls from Stephanie's purse? Never! You doofus! Honestly, that's what we're doing, guys. When are you going to get off Triple Dummy's nutsack? When are you going to stop the bullshit and realize this guy had a few good years with NXT. We are thankful. This guy has become a knockoff, Dollar General version of Tony Khan. Tony Khan does themed events on his Wednesday nights, and what did Triple H try to do? Themed shows all the time, even on it when he switched over to Tuesday. Tony Khan does these press conferences after his pay-per-views to look like a real sport, and what does Triple Dummy do? He all of a sudden comes up with press conferences after pay-per-views. This dude tries to get a big rating by doing these huge announcements. He announces huge announcements. What does Triple Dummy do? 3 times in the last month. I have a big announcement. This guy wants to be Tony Khan so badly. Getting his ass whooped by Tony Khan probably hurts and pains him till this fucking day. To this fucking day, it probably eats at Paul Levesque to the point where not having Cody Rhodes go over at Mania was an easy peasy lemon squeezy decision with him and VKM. There should be no shock that Cody didn't win, actually, now that I think about it. Paul Levesque looks right into the camera and feeds us this bullshit that now all of a sudden we deserve a fighting champion that's not going to be part-time and sipping margaritas after pay-per-views. Now all of a sudden, because you received such fucking backlash, no pun intended, from WrestleMania's botched booking catastrophe. And there was one person on this fucking platform that always held Triple Doofus, Triple Dummy accountable, and that was BC Amplified and my Amplified unit. I am so proud of every single one of you in this chat right now, and the thousands that are going to catch this over the next 24 hours. I understand I put this up with 1 hour's of notice in the middle of the morning or afternoon. I get it. Thousands of you guys are going to end up catching this later, but I'm so proud of every one of you because you always held Triple H accountable. You didn't take a few good years in NXT and act like this guy is the god of wrestling. Thank you for that. Because if you're going to kiss the ass of the big dude, the big boss, the VKM old stubborn bastard from Stanford, that closely and that vividly to where your mouth is attached to his ass 24/7, you are just an enabler. It doesn't matter if VKM is making 100% of the decisions at that point. You are just as much to blame. To hear this guy, I was live last night when that announcement came, by the way. We were live for the first hour on this channel, on this platform. And I couldn't believe what he was regurgitating to us. But then again, I shouldn't be that shocked. Because that's Paul Levesque. He is a snake. He is petty. He will whip out the golden shovel anytime he needs to. He will attach himself to power and make sure that he remains there. The guy is a fucking snake. And him and Vince McMahon together is catastrophe for WWE. Catastrophe. Let's move on because I'm sure I'll talk about this more when we get over to the super chats. I know you guys got a lot of questions about that. So what we'll do is we'll just move on for now because there was more show or less show, however you fucking look at it. Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez versus Damage Control. Belair literally pins Bayley clean via KOD. And I love Bianca Belair, okay? I do. An amazing talent, I get it. Do I feel Kana Asuka had to go over at Mania just for the evolution of everybody and for things to go right and not off the track? Absolutely, and I was right about that too. Look at where Bianca is right now. Look at this thing with Io, who I think is one of the best female wrestlers in the world, Io Shirai. And look at the non-excitement. I knew this was going to happen. Bianca pins Bayley clean. KOD. How does this build Io and Bianca, guys? It's a rhetorical question. It doesn't build them at all. Nothing happened here. Do you guys realize post-match, I'm going to give you a quote. This is what Corey Graves said last night after that match. This is a quote from Corey Graves. And I quote, Io really wanted to send a message to Belair tonight and wasn't able to do it. That's the story we're telling. Corey Graves saying, Io really wanted to send a message to Bianca tonight and wasn't able to do it. Guys, that is crayons and posty pad material. That is toddler creativity. Crayons and a posty pad. That's not a storyline. That's not creativity. That's not entertaining. That's not intriguing. That's your story for Bianca and Io? A 6-man tag. The leader gets pinned flat clean. And Io wasn't able to send her message. I had a message tonight. What was your message, Io? Well, I was going to go into the 6-man tag, and I was going to win. Okay, what else? What else is it was going to be your message? That was it. That's my message. I was going to win a 6-man tag and let her know that, wow, do I mean business. That's some toddler shit. You have 614 creative writers that went to school for this shit, right? Creativity. You're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate company, and you're just spitting out matches out of nowhere like Sethington, Rollins, and Omos. Brock Lesnar's attacking Cody Rhodes for no reason. We have a main event at Backlash. We don't even know why it's even happening, let alone not even for a championship. Sethington versus Omos out of nowhere. The Bloodline is still feuding with Sami and Kevin. We don't even know why. Sami will not leave the Usos alone. At this point, just get a fucking restraining order. It is fucking weird at this point. What is Sami Zayn's obsession with the Bloodline? Get the fuck off their nuts, Sami. The story is done. There's no more story to tell. So now we got Scooter McGee riding down the aisle to help them, right? Ooh, it's a beautiful day. I'm riding my scooter, going to get Skittles at the market. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Sami. Oh, going to beat up Solo. And he's scooting around the ringside, and he's going to be in a 6-man tag. Wow, this is exciting shit. Can't wait to watch Backlash. I cannot wait to see this 6-man fucking tag. Sethington versus Omos. Cody versus Brock for no reason. Io versus Bianca Belair with no fucking care at all put into it. This is what we're doing. This is, I understand we're a little right? We gotta be. It's YouTube. It's a podcast. Whether you're actually viewing BC or you just got your earbuds in and you're just listening traditional podcast audio format only, that's cool too. I understand. We got to be entertaining, so we're extra amplified. But everything I'm saying is true. Just because we're amplified for entertainment purposes does not mean that what I'm saying has no accuracy. Every word is 100% truth. You can say I'm being too harsh, too negative, and I just should enjoy the product. They're not giving us anything to enjoy. That's the problem. If they just met us halfway, if they met us, my unit right now, if they met Russell and Strick and Ronci and Cosmic and Santivia Major and Pimp Jesus and Jar9 Gaming and Eric Leno and Calantha, if they just met us all halfway, we could absolutely jump on and we could latch on and say, all right, let's enjoy this shit, man. It's semi-intriguing. Hopefully it gets better. They don't even make it semi-intriguing. That's the problem. And now we have Io staring at Bianca with that stare. I love Io. She is beautiful. One of my favorite female wrestlers in the world. I think she's one of the best female wrestlers in the world. But Io is just giving that puss face to Bianca like Bianca just stole her boyfriend. And after she lost the 6-woman tag, Io was looking at her like she just married her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. There's got to be more story than that. There has to be. But too many fans are okay with mediocrity. But you're not going to get sugar-coated bullshit on this channel. I refuse to give that. I refuse that. And that may scare people off. That may piss people off. This guy's too harsh. This podcaster Beasley. You're damn right I am. And you ain't seen nothing yet. This is me at a 4 amplified level. You want to see me at 10, I'll implode your fucking screens and blow out the eardrums. I am 1 amplified son of a bitch when it comes to common sense and logic. And we don't do, I said we don't do what? I said we don't do stupidity on this channel. It'll never be tolerated. We will not sugarcoat. We will not jump into the realm of stupidity. We will not bullshit on this channel. And if you can accept it, welcome to the amplified unit. If you can't, das boot. And we have no problem escorting you with das boot. We demand more. This should be better. 3 hours of Monday Night Raw, and this is unacceptable. Do you guys realize, before I keep going, so that was the Bianca Belair, that was the 6-woman tag, Bayley gets beat. Poor Bayley, by the way. Poor fucking Bayley. Basically, don't worry, there's going to be a implosion of Damage Control. That doesn't make me feel any better. It's sad that Damage Control never became anything special, because they should have been. They were botched by 3 H's. That was before V-Cam was back. I already said he never went anywhere anyway. But before he was back fully, that was 3 H's that didn't even know what he was doing with Damage Control, or Munchkin, Mia Yim, or Candice LeRae, or anybody else. Do you guys realize that hour 1? So I feel bad for Bayley anyway, and if she goes solo again, good luck for the booking. They don't know what to do with Bayley. And it's fucking sad because she's so fucking good. And to see her in a 6-woman nonsensical tag match last night, looking up at the lights, that was fucking pathetically sad. Do you realize in hour 1, I was live with my unit. It was a live watch-along, live reaction, live review. Do you know what happened in hour 1? Let me go over it real quick with you. It took 22 minutes to set up Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. No reason at all. None. It's just because Brock didn't want to work that Monday. So Cody's putting this whole feud on his back. The problem is there's no real feud. There was no reason for Brock to attack Cody in the first place. There's no reason to have this match. There's no title. There's nothing. And Brock doesn't work all the Mondays. So Balor came out. And Balor is upset because Cody won't join the Judgment Day. What the fuck are we doing? And it took 22 minutes to set that match up for later in the night. We're going to go over that. I think that was hour 3, correct? 22 minutes. We go to commercial break. We come back. We have a 6-man tag match with Rey Mysterio. Or was it a tag match? I forgot what the fuck it was. Judgment Day. Who the fuck was it? Judgment Day and LWO, I think. We come back for 2.5 minutes. We go to another commercial. We come back. We get 3 more minutes of wrestling, and it's over. That was it. And then Triple Numbnuts comes out and delivers the new fucking championship. Bloodline, my bad. Yes, it was Solo and the Usos. Good call, guys. LWO, Bloodline. 6 dudes from SmackDown. 6 dudes from SmackDown is your first match to kick off Raw. None of them have titles, so there's no reason to be on both brands. It's just 6 SmackDown guys, and nobody's fucking questioning this. Basically, I understand. There's a draft this week. Let's just let it be, basically. Let's just be positive. You want to talk about how Riddle is a Raw guy and he's been on every show since he's come back? Nobody wants to talk about it? That was hour 1, and I was live, and it was so sad that we couldn't talk about anything positive, and then we had to go off the air with the new fucking title, which meant that whoever beats Roman, it's not going to be prestigious now. You're beating a half fucking champion now. There's 2 fucking world title holders now. You're no longer the undisputed, because there's 2 of you. It's like a consolation prize. Whether it's Cody, Seffington, Braun Breaker, fucking Goldberg comes back and wins it, it wouldn't matter. It's devalued. And then I had to go off the air last night. It was pathetic. It was pathetic. And then hour number 2 produces nothing but Bayley looking up at the lights. That's how you book a feud between Io and Belair? Austin Theory is out next. Him and Bobby Lashley are face-to-face, guys, cutting a promo on one another. This is the exact same segment we've seen all of 2022. Does everyone I'm serious. For anyone that doesn't mind this, do you just forget what happened in 2022, or do you literally just don't care? And you're like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the 87th encounter between Bobby and Austin. Like watching your favorite TV show and it's nothing but reruns every week. There's never a new season, never new episodes. It's like the same fucking rerun. It probably wouldn't be your favorite show much longer. That's WWE in a nutshell. It just gives us redundancy, regurgitated at an alarming rate. I cannot believe April of 2023, a week away from May, and we're still doing Lashley and Theory. And do you know why? They don't know what they're doing with Lashley. And they're lost with Austin Theory. Lost with Austin Theory. But they have nothing for Bobby Lashley. The guy wasn't even at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt was like a last-ditch effort to give him something, and then that unfolded wrongly with Bray Wyatt. And they had nothing for Bobby. They were like, maybe win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yeah, that's it. They had nothing for Bobby Lashley. So after Mania, you know what they did? They're like, what if you go back to the U.S. title scene? And Bobby's probably like, but I was with Austin. I faced Austin Theory for the U.S. title all of 2022. Yeah, but they'll forget. They're dummies. But I don't forget. I kind of want something new and fresh. Now, just do this. It'll be fun. We'll put Bronson in there, and that'll ignite that feud some more. They expect us to forget that we already saw a bunch of triple threat matches with Bobby and Austin. It was just with Sethington Rollins. You just are taking out puzzle pieces. You took out Sethington, and you replaced him with Bronson. That's all you're doing, guys. In May, because at that point it'll be May for Backlash. May, we're getting Bobby and Austin again. Last night on Raw, Austin and Bobby exchanging words again. And it's not even a feud. Bobby keeps coming in and out of business with Austin Theory. So you can't even call this a feud. And it's so sad that Bobby would even be sniffing a U.S. title after spending all of 2022 trying to get it. You don't even have to be a Bobby Lashley fan to feel so sorry for that dude. When you say someone's being done dirty, the negligence in his booking, the irresponsibility in his creative is alarming. That is somebody being done absolutely fucking dirty. Bronson Reed hits the ring. They all start fighting one another because WWE is too lazy to give us some creative segments to get us excited for the pay-per-view / premium live event matches. So we just do the redundant have them all brawl segment, right? Instead of doing something creative that really is memorable and gets us excited for the pay-per-view match, premium live event, instead we just have them go out there and brawl. And when we get to the pay-per-view, we'll do that every show. And then when we get to the pay-per-view, we'll have them brawl in the match. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We don't have to spend an ounce of effort, time, or energy as a company. Let's just have them go out there, say some words, and brawl. Because that's creative. A fucking toddler could write that on a fucking postie pad in crayon. And you know that's the truth. I appreciate the 300 plus. I forgot to even mention this in the first hour here. That up greatly helps the algorithm. I'm just, I'm pretty bad at reminding people of that. My bad. But if you haven't already, get amplified. I don't know what you're waiting for. Smash the up. Give it a fucking Macho Man elbow, a Batista bomb, a sharpshooter. Smash the fuck out of that like button and make sure you're doing your part as an amplified unit member. Red team, go! Gold unit, you absolutely have to. You're next level. You're the front lines. You have to smash that up. That's a prerequisite. So gold team, you have to. I don't even care if you're on your fucking your big screen and you can't press it. Get on your phone and press it then. Gold team has to. I hope all my red team smashes that up. And again, thank you to the 300 plus. Let's take that the 400 plus live. So when the thousands come on board later, they're going to be like, damn, they rocked it live. So we just did the brawl, guys. Bronson, Bobby, and Theory. And they all just brawled with each other, and that's supposed to get you excited for the triple threat. All right, there you go. Pay your fucking $10 a month or whatever the fuck you're paying for the cock. The fucking peacock. 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 And watch your Sethington versus Omos and your fucking Bloodline and Sammy for the 80th time and Bobby and Austin for the 867th time. Alpha Academy is out. No, it doesn't get any better. I gotta stay amplified the entire time. This is fucking pathetic. This is pathetic. I have to be this amplified the entire review. But the show just seems to get worse. Alpha Academy comes to the ring. Maxine Dupre is walking Otis down the aisle. She actually looked good with them, I will say. Shit, Maxine looks good anyway. No matter who she's with, most certainly by herself. But she looked like she was the manager of Alpha Academy. It actually looked pretty fucking good, to be honest with you. So I didn't mind that. She looks good with them. I was like, hey, maybe this could be the start of an actual push for Gable. Boy, I couldn't have been more wrong. Gable versus Ali. This is a legit 2-minute squash match. It's ironic, right? You have two dudes that are always getting squashed anyway, Gable and Ali. So it's the match of the fucking jobbers right now. It's like back in the day, if I got any old school fans, if you remember two names, the Brooklyn Brawler and Barry Horowitz. If there's old-timer fans in here, Barry Horowitz, Brooklyn Brawler, they were the amplified jobbers back in the day. It's like watching those two dudes take on one another. You have Gable and Ali. Ali defeats Gable via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating Fruit Roll-Up. The fruitiness bared its ugly head in hour number 2. So do me a favor, if you visited your local grocery store, do me a favor, get all your fruit and chuck it at the screen right now, will ya? Chuck it right in Triple Dummy's face, right in Vince McMahon's face. Throw all your fruit. Eric Newton cannot be the only one that went shopping lately. JR9 Gaming is not the only one that went shopping. Come on. Pimp Jesus, there you go. Eric, Mike. Maybe those are the only ones that went shopping. If that's the only fruit being thrown at the screen, we are a sad bunch right now. There you go, Sir Charles. I don't even give a fuck if it's cherries, Sir Charles. Throw your fucking cherries at the screen. Santivia Major's just throwing fucking tomatoes. Probably the best bet. Russell, there you go. Blueberries work. Who doesn't like fucking kiwi, key limes, Lord French fries? There you go. Watermelon, A-high. There you go. Watermelon works. Grumpy only bought 2 strawberries. That's an odd fucking grocery list, but I'm with you, Grumpy. I guess the tomatoes took up the fucking carriage. Cosmic went and brought every fucking fruit imaginable. Very good. JR9, I could go for a good fucking pear right now, but who gives a shit? Throw that at the screen. Pimp Jesus with the fucking oranges. There you go. There you go. There it is. Throw that shit right back at him. We don't want it. It's like a baseball game. When the opposing team hits a home run, you know what you do with that ball because it's not your team that hit it? You throw it right back onto the field. You want to give us a fruit roll-up finish onto Chad Gable of all people? You can take that victory, you can take that fruitiness, and we're going to throw it right back at you. Do you guys realize, I'm going to give you a statistic like I always do with Gable. Do you guys you want to know what his last 50 matches, how many he's actually won? Chad Gable has won 2 matches out of his last 50. 2 matches, guys. Now, I know you say, well, BC, scripted entertainment. I mean, wins and losses matter. I understand, BC, but sometimes they don't. If it fits the character, BC, wins and losses don't matter as much. No, not when you lose 48 out of 50 and you're actually one of the best wrestlers in the world. I could see if you're like Jinder Mahal, and that's not a knock to Mahal. I'm actually a fan. I take a lot of heat for that. I know there's actually a Jinder Mahal fan in the world. I am. You don't hear a lot about it because I totally understand he shouldn't be in relevancy right now. They haven't booked him as such, and he doesn't do it for a lot of people. So I understand you don't hear me talk about him a lot. So that's not shade. But that's not like Jinder Mahal being 2 wins out of 50. This is Chad Gable, one of the best wrestlers in the world, in a tag team that should be pretty dominant, actually, with Otis. And to have him only 2 wins out of 50, I don't know how that sits well with you, man. I mean, when he starts to win matches, fans like BC, it's going to be hard for us to it's going to be a long time to dig out of that hole, is what I'm saying, believably. Like, realistically. All of a sudden, he turned on a switch, and he's going to win 13, 14 in a row? I mean, you want to see it, but it's about believability. You're not going to believe that somebody as good as Chad Gable is going to lose 48 out of his last 50 matches, but that's the case, guys. Like, subconsciously, we are taking inventory of those wins and losses. It's what made Barry Horowitz. It's what made the Brooklyn Brawler. It's what makes jobbers residential jobbers, and then eventually they graduate to the mayor of Jobberville. That was hard to watch Gable lose another match to a dude who I don't even know what Ali's... Does anybody know what Ali is? He's like a knockoff Dollar General version of Seth Rollins with his positivity shtick. I don't know. Ali is playing that like weird, that awkward, annoying character that Seth used to be. Seth is a little less, even though his outfits are still obnoxious. We're starting to see serious Seth a little bit more. I don't know what Ali is doing. At least he's trying something new, but I don't understand the character. Positive Ali, I think it's called, right? Get it? Positively? Positive Ali, I think is what he's calling it. I have no fucking idea. Anyway, hour 3, we go to Cody Rhodes defeating Finn Balor to start hour 3. Cody Rhodes defeats Balor with Crossroads in a good wrestling match. Awesome. Cody Rhodes always gives you a good wrestling match. Cody Rhodes is really good at this pro wrestling thing. Who would have thought? Finn Balor is exceptional at this pro wrestling thing. Okay, we got a good match. That's awesome. Now, what does this do for the match next Saturday, the main event of Backlash, Brock and Cody? You know what it does? Nothing. Nothing. So they set up a Balor-Cody match. And the whole thing that Corey Graves was trying to sell is that this is a message to Brock. Same thing he said about Io. She was going to send a message to Bianca if she won that nonsensical 6-woman tag earlier in the night, but she didn't. Well, this is the same thing that they tried to sell us on, guys. This is the same fucking thing. The whole thing that commentary was selling us on was that if Cody wins, it is a message to Brock. Do you honestly think that Brock... Now, I want you to really think about this, guys. Do you think that Brock Lesnar stopped his fucking tractor on his farm, jumped off his tractor, ran into the house, yelled at Sable, his wife, to turn on Raw, if they even have a TV, turned on Raw, watched Cody win a wrestling match against 5'9", $160 soaking wet Finn Balor, much love to Balor, but this is Brock watching this. So Cody wins a wrestling match over Balor, and Brock all of a sudden became petrified, goosebumps, Brock hid in a corner, went to bed with a nightlight, Sable had to read him bedtime stories next to hot cocoa. What message was sent to Brock Lesnar? This is toddler crayon post-it note booking. Booked for toddlers. No fucking person over the age of fucking 6 years old would accept this type of story being told for a pay-per-view main event. A message was sent after the defeat of Balor. If you are over the age of fucking 6 and you found this to be entertaining and it made you more excited to see Brock and Cody next Saturday night, you are a special fucking breed. Yay for you. You get no fucking confetti, balloons, sprinkles on your fucking cupcakes. You get none of that on this fucking channel. I tell you, man. You gotta move on because it doesn't get any better. Gets no fucking better. Sethington Rollins is out next. Sethington Rollins is out next to hype up an Omos match for Backlash. I'll say that again. If you've been gone for a while in the pro wrestling world and you just came back to give a shout out to BC, maybe you're one of the near 400 that smashed that up to show that love and respect. Right back to you, by the way. Friday night, they just came out of nowhere and said that Sethington will be taking on Omos in a match with no feud, no seeds were planted, no inkling that this match was even on the horizon, nothing. So Monday night, they have to sell us all on this weirdness. Chicago is going ballistic over the... Chicago's going ballistic over the... Oh, shit. They're going nuts with this fucking song. I mean, guys, they are into... I mean, Chicago is has turned into fucking vocalists. And BC is just like... I'm like, can we stop it anytime soon? I mean, it's like, it's nauseating, man. Maybe it's fun when you're live, I don't know, but when we're hearing this, it's like zombies. It puts me to fucking sleep. So Chicago's going ballistic over it. I don't know the fascination with this stupid singing shit, but it's something that we all as wrestling fans love to do these days when we go there live, and Sethington has taken it to a whole nother fucking level. A few seconds is okay. 10 fucking minutes, man? What the shit are we doing, man? What are we doing? So, Seth says the world title has caught his eye, and he walks over to the title that was by ringside, and the crowd chants, "You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it." Now, if that's the case, then there's a lot of people on the roster that deserve the fucking title. Like, the guy started to get over because of his theme song. Let's give it some time before we just throw a fucking title on the guy. We don't always gotta throw a title on the flavor of the month, especially when you just went over Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes, and neither of them even got the title. So now that we're singing a song, Seth gets it? So Cody goes over Seth 3 fucking times, and Cody doesn't even get the title. Sethington gets it. This is some ass backward shit. But this is the best here. You ready for this? Rollins says, and I quote, "If we're going to crown a new champion at Night of Champions, well, I know who I'd put my money on." And right when he says that, "I know who I'd put my money on," Omos's music hits. After word that WWE may give the 2023 Money in the Bank briefcase to Omos, what an interesting choice of words for Omos to come to the ring to. Literally when Rollins said, "I know who I'd put my money on to crown a new champion," here comes Omos. I pick up on little shit like that, man. That was interesting. Sethington literally screams at Omos. Actually, a damn good promo. I like serious Seth more than weird Joker Seth. Omos just takes it all. Nothing happens. He lets Sethington scream at him, and Omos takes it, and Sethington walks away. Sethington walks away, and Omos is like, oh, fuck you, man. Don't yell at me again. Are you sold for the match now? You sold for the fucking match now? How was that any better than just spitting out the match is going to happen on Friday night? Sethington yelled at Omos for a little bit and fucking walks away, and Omos is like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. You're lucky I gotta go to the bathroom, man. I ain't gonna fight you right now. Again, I asked the theme of this. What are they doing? What are they doing? And then you wonder why it's very realistic to believe that this company would do something like give Omos a world championship soon. Would give Omos a King of the Ring fucking title, or give Omos the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's very easy to assume that. Nothing happened here to get you excited for. I was thinking, okay, nobody is down with this match. You have Monday Night Raw. We know we're going to see Sethington and Omos. I was thinking, I hope they, for this one segment at least, I really hope that they have this thing like there's something big gonna happen here, right? Something monumental is planned. Now I know, BC, you're talking about WWE. I understand. But it's Omos Sethington out of nowhere, out of left field with a hockey stick. So you gotta believe that they spent extra time for Monday Night Raw making people okay with this match and actually getting them invested. Instead, we got what we got last night. This is what I mean about raise your fucking bar, raise your standards, get out of the fucking cave of mediocrity and enter the world of something that is good, beneficial, something worthy, something prestigious, something that's truly deserved for fans and talent. Instead, that level of mediocrity is why wrestling fans cannot get excited for that match, for the event Backlash, or for anything the company is doing. And that's just truth bombs. That's not a negative review from a harsh critiquer on this podcast, on this platform. That is just a truth bomb from somebody who doesn't bullshit. This Seth Rollins Omos shit, guys, really fucking bad. Really bad. And you get to this match at back, I don't know what people think is going to happen. Seth goes over Omos. Omos defeats Seth. I don't know how is this going to intrigue anybody going into Backlash? How is this match supposed to intrigue anybody? Coming out of it, what's it supposed to do? None of it makes sense, and that's been this company ever since night 2 of WrestleMania. That's literally the motto of the company. WWE, where nothing makes sense. The main event was Rey Mysterio versus Damien Priest. Priest DQ'd after catapulting a steel chair into Rey's face. And I mean, he threw that motherfucker straight on like a Mack truck hitting a side of a building, man. Bad Bunny hits the ring after Priest was DQ'd. Bad Bunny, I'll say this again. The dude had Nia Jax's coat on. He had dad jeans on. He had his uncle shoes on. And he comes out with a kendo stick. And he chases Damien Priest off. Gives him some good fucking stiff shots. Chases him away. And then he gets on the mic and he says, I don't know if you heard yet, but I'm no longer the host of Backlash. I'm coming to Puerto Rico to kick your ass, to Damien Priest. And Priest just starts screaming as we go off the air. You're not gonna, I don't come to your work. Don't come to my work. Don't come to my work. You're a stupid face. And we go off the air. We waited 3 hours to watch Bad Bunny chase away Damien Priest. Now, for now, guys, it's supposed to be one-on-one Damien versus Bad Bunny in a street fight. Don't be shocked if that turns into a tag team street fight with Rey Mysterio and Dominic. Usually they do this often where they announce it one-on-one and then like Friday night we'll find out that it turns into a tag match or next Monday. So don't be totally shocked if somehow because they don't want Bad Bunny injured, obviously. So they want to just alleviate some of that pressure. So we'll see. But that's the main event: Rey Mysterio, Damien Priest, and we just end with the Bad Bunny. I don't mind I don't mind the segment, but that's what's ending the show. I mean, that's what we waited 3 hours of a Monday night for, to watch Bad Bunny arrive to the arena. And they kept going back to like his stories on Insta. You're like, Bad Bunny is on his way. Bad Bunny is close to the arena. Who the fuck gives a... Much respect to Bad Bunny, but who gives a fuck? It's about as interesting as saying Ricochet is on his way to the arena. Who gives a fuck if Ricochet is on his way? And that ended Monday Night Raw. If you are wondering if BC enjoyed anything on this show, you guys ready for this? BC enjoyed nothing on this show. Nothing. That might come across as harsh, extremely amplified. I understand. I enjoyed nothing on this fucking show. Nothing. What happened on Sunday night, April 2nd, looms larger than we ever thought possible after last night. We were the only unit, the only channel to really talk in depth, show after show, about how bad that decision was. We were the only ones. For the most part. I mean, it's not like we listened to anybody else. Maybe there was some others. But most people were okay with the decision after WrestleMania Night 2 in that main event. Most people were like, let it play out. This could be the right decision. Adversity, struggle, right? And BC and the Amplified unit, we were the only ones saying, not so fast. You're giving WWE the benefit of the doubt. You're acting like they're going to do things correctly. You're acting like there's going to be a bigger stage and a bigger moment than Mania. You're acting like things are going to make sense now. And here we are just 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later. And now everybody is finally realizing how correct the Amplified unit was from day one. I said it, guys. This isn't just a cute little catchphrase. We are literally the smartest wrestling group in the community. We're literally the smartest because we use common sense and logic, and we mix that into a formula with knowledge, and we do our due diligence with our history, with our research. When you put your ducks in a row, when you see all the good from a mile away and all the bad from 10 miles away, we're the smartest motherfuckers, man. That's not even a knock to any other portion of the community. It's not a knock to the Sean Ross Saps or the fucking Wrestle Talks either, by the way. In the Simons with his ups and his downs, that's not a knock. Good for them, do what they do. Not even my boy JD from New York. Much love and respect. Can't wait to have some cold ones in the future. That's not a knock. When we spit this wrestling game, there's nobody that can touch it. We are just the fucking best. And do you know how we know? Because we're always right. And we don't even do this to be right. It's gotten to the point where we want to be wrong. But we're just not. We're always right. It's hard to hear. People don't want to hear it. I'm too amplified. I'm too harsh. I'm so negative. This guy never enjoys anything. Give us something to enjoy, and you'll get a positive review. Until you do, we ain't going to sugarcoat. We're not going to bullshit. That's what I got for you guys. I could keep you here another 3 hours and talk about how this show is a fucking shit show, but I'm not going to do that. You're going to see a bump in rating most likely because of the Triple H announcement, and right before Raw, there was buzz because CM Punk was in the building. He visited WWE. He was removed about 25 minutes later. So there's a lot of buzz to up them over 1.9, I would think, and maybe even 2.0. If you're asking me if the show was good enough for a 2.0, no. The show barely is good enough for a fucking 800,000 viewership. But they'll see a little bump. They'll get to a 1.9, 2.0 maybe. I'd be fucking shocked if they pulled a 2.1 from a 1.8 last week. I just don't understand. It's just not a good enough show. I'd be shocked. But you don't underestimate the power of a big announcement, of a huge announcement. That'll always pop a rating. And CM Punk being in the fucking building, people are like, why is he in WWE? Wait, what's happening? You never know, man. So it'll be interesting to see how much they gained from that show. Imagine if the show was really good, they would have gotten a 2.2, 2.3. Stifler! I love it. I appreciate that, man. Still for, as usual, BC with the home run of a review. I appreciate that, man. If you don't know how Ash Steggles got his Stifler name, that was last night, man. Dropping that 100 banger bomb to start the fucking live stream. And I'm just like, well, that's how you start a party, man. It's like Stifler from American Pie, the movie series. You know, starting the party off the right way. Love it, man. So that's what I got for you guys, man. Let me go over to the supers, man. I know there was a lot of supers, so I want to make sure that I'm getting every single one of you guys and giving you a shout out and answering your comments and questions. And I want to start from the jump. There was several before I even went live. I just have to find it. Find them. Hold on. Here we go. Jeremy Harris with that 5-spot coffee. Jeremy, by the way, is a new gold member as of just last night. Welcome to the gold team. Gold unit. Gold unit. Jeremy Harris, much love and respect. Thanks, brother. Jeremy says, what's up, BC? Not much, Jeremy. Hopefully you're kicking ass and staying amplified, dude. You know, I feel like they reveal a new title because Roman can't be beat. So here's a new title to shut the fans up. It's mind-blowing, BC. That's exactly what it is, man. It's damage control. It's shutting the fans up. It's trying to correct all the wrongs and thinking that throwing a new shiny belt at us like it's a new toy, like we're a bunch of cats and they're dangling a toy and we're just going to follow it everywhere. They treat us like we're nothing more than cats, and they dangle new toys in front of us. And they don't expect people like BC and you, Jeremy Harris, in my amplified unit to call them out on their bullshit. Surprise! We are calling them out on their fucking bullshit. Russell, thanks for stopping by and smashing that up. Appreciate you, Russell. Go kick some ass today, dude. Thank you to the 400 plus that have smashed that up and helped the algorithm. We are now on our way to 500 live, middle of the morning / afternoon, on 1 hour's of notice. Before thousands of AMP unit members jump on board and help out with that number. So you guys, man, I love seeing that shit. My right-hand man, JR9 Gaming, with a 5 and 10 spotter, throwing coffees over. Shout out to my right-hand man on the channel, JR9 Gaming, man. Hopefully NXT delivers, man. Spring breaking. JR9. A brand split needs 2 world titles. However, WWE did it the worst way possible. I bet you Cody is drafted to SmackDown, so he won't even win this new title. That's the thing, JR9. We all knew that a draft was on the horizon. That's why we've been saying for months, split the titles now. Cody gets his big moment, gets a title, gets to defend it in Puerto Rico, UK, everywhere. And Roman can keep his title and go home part-time. No harm, no foul. Exactly right, JR9. That's the problem. The way they went about business actually ruined the creative side of business for everybody. And it ruined it for the fan suspense, intrigue, care. And for the talent, mind fucked them. JR9 Gaming says, I'll have to pay close attention to NXT tonight as it'll indicate what unfortunate talent are going to be downgraded to main roster in the draft. Really hoping that Alba, JC, Roxy, and Stratton stay in NXT for now. JR9, can I piggyback off that? 2 real quick things. Stratton is definitely going to, from what I'm hearing. She She recently actually said that she prefers to stay in NXT to work on her craft. So much respect to Tiffany Stratton. Second, JR9, maybe you can confirm this. I was told that Joe Gacy and Cora Jade were having dark matches last night for a Raw. Or are going to. So I don't know how much truth is that. So JR9, I don't know if you heard that. Joe Gacy and I believe it was Cora Jade had dark matches or are going to. That could be an insight into two people that are going main roster. JR9 is confirming that in the chat. Cora lost to Cross and Gacy lost to Loomis. Wow, so they did it, JR9. What do you think, bro? Are they going MR? Thane, check you, man. Thanks for stopping by, Thane. Smashing that up. Stay amplified. Whoop that ass. You think they're MR, JR9? We'll see, man. I appreciate the coffees, dude. I think if Breaker goes, Cora goes too, because they're in a relationship, for those of you that don't know. That's why JR9 is saying that. Gacy, not sure. You're right. We'll keep a close eye tonight. JR9 Gaming, thank you, dude, for breaking that news. I did hear that they possibly had dark matches. Appreciate you, brother. Clutch City Fan, 10 spots, says, glad I get to catch you live. First time since Mania. Love the new belt, but I still, just like you, believe Cody should have won the title at Mania. Thank you for using common sense and logic, Clutch City Fan. I cannot say that enough. It's not about agreeing with BC or disagreeing. It's just about using common sense and logic. After everything we've seen, it is clear now more than ever. They botched Sunday night, April 2nd. And Clutch City Fan, I'm glad you caught BC live too, man. I don't get to see you up in the chat often enough on these lives. Really good to see you up in here, and I appreciate the coffees, bro. Christopher Blackshear, 10 spot, $9.99, says, I've always been a fan of bringing back the big gold belt. That's my favorite title. They should have had Cody win at Mania, retire the Universal, and replace it with the World Heavyweight Championship. Caps, do it correctly! Smackhead emoji. Christopher Blackshear, could not agree more. And I'm simplifying it, Christopher Blackshear. A lot of people are saying this, guys. Guys, a lot of people are saying this. Dante, I appreciate that in the chat. A lot of people are saying they would have had Cody win, straight up, big, even bigger moment, win both titles, and then split them up after Cody wins. That's cool too. Guys, I'm simplifying it. I was okay with them splitting up a month before. You could have told a story as to why. Look what they told us last night. You could have said the same thing before Mania. It still would have been an epic fucking moment. But no. So I'm simplifying it, Christopher Blackshear. But you're absolutely correct. You could have went about it both ways. Really simple or just simple. Appreciate it, brother. Silver Black 31, 5 spots. Salute BC. Much love, respects to Silver Black 31, gold status. Salute BC. Do you think the people who said Cody hasn't faced enough adversity has to do with Cody coming out at number 30 at the Rumble? It didn't help, that's for damn sure. We got a banger bomb up in the chat, I believe. Muhammad, one of my tried and true gold status, by the way. I'll get to you in a second, Muhammad. Appreciate you, bro. I saw a bunch of banger bombs in the chat. Muhammad, I appreciate you, brother. I'll get to you in just a minute. But Silver Black 31, I'm pretty sure that did not help. But they didn't want to... He was just coming back. They didn't want Cody in there for 20, 30 minutes. So they did what they did. I would have loved him to come back 17, 18. You know, not in the first half, but 17, 18 maybe. But... To say that this guy needed more adversity and struggle is absolute just bullshit. I don't know where wrestling fans pulled that out of their asses, but that's where it came from. Out of their fucking asses. The whole guy's career has been adversity and struggle. Have you seen his trajectory? What he had to do and go through? Stop. But Silver Black 31, absolutely, it did not fucking help, for sure. Eric Newton, 5-Spot Coffee, says, might as well call it the World Consolation Championship. Roman is so dominant, WWE has to make a new belt because no one can beat him. It's pathetic. That's the word I use for a lot of what this company does, Eric Newton. Pathetic. And you're exactly right. I'm hearing a lot of people calling it the Runners-Up Championship. I'm hearing a lot of people call it the Consolation Trophy, the Consolation Prize Championship. And I can't blame any of them for thinking such. Eric Newton, spot on. Ozzy Edwards, 2-Spot. The game! The game! Triple the dummy! Paul Levesque. Triple fucking dummy. Triple doofus. No better than Vince right now. The way he can honestly look into the fucking camera and lie like he does, he's a fucking snake. Ozzy Edwards, appreciate it. Ali! 2-Spot. I don't get about the new champion. Nobody does, Ali. Nobody does. I'm telling you why it was done, and it was done from the jump because of a catastrophe of several botches in a row stemming out of WrestleMania. And now here we are with the fucking shit fest that we have now. And they're going to be digging out of this for a long time. Ali, appreciate it. Prime Killer, 220. The new belt is Cody's TNT title. Basic. Next thing you know, it's in a black bag and it's being fucking destroyed in the bag. You remember that? The TNT title in pieces? Who was that? Brody, I believe. Much love and respect to Big Brody upstairs. Ash Stifler Steggles. 10-Spot, 999. Women's champion in a 6-women against her number 1 contender and her faction, where neither of them could afford a loss heading into their championship match. But as per usual, Damage Control, another L. No lies detected, Ash Stifler Steggles. Stiffmeister! No lies detected. That's exactly what happened. You nailed it. Take the 2 fucking people fighting at the pay-per-view premium live event, throw them in a fucking nonsensical, meaningless 6-man tag, and let's just feed Bailey and Damage Control to them and hope nobody fucking remembers next Saturday night when the 2 participants face each other once again, this time for the title. It's crayon post-it note shit. Stiff. Godswilla, 2-Spot. So there are 3 world titles now, basically. It's going to turn into 1, though. The Universal will turn into 1. Maybe they already have a new belt for that. I'm guessing that's going to turn into a separate one, guys. You're probably going to get a new Universal Championship. So, we'll see, man. It's one of those, it wouldn't matter. It's a consolation prize. It's a runners-up trophy at this point, man. Sadly, that's just what it is. But Godswilla, you're right on the money on that. The Soundwave 92. What up, Soundwave 92? 5-Spot. The new world heavyweight title is just a consolation prize for Cody. It's a bronze medal and is proof that Cody won't get his win over Roman back. That's a damn good way to put it, Soundwave 92. A bronze medal. You won't even call this a silver medal. Won't even call it a silver medal because Roman's got the gold and the silver lined up. So this is like a bronze. And you're exactly right. Either he won't get his win over Roman, or even if he does, it's going to be at a 70% reduced moment in rate than what we could have got at Mania. I am mind-boggled that they could fuck up to this degree. But after what happened with the Money in the Bank briefcase cash-in with Austin Theory middle of last year, I shouldn't be shocked at anything that's fucking next level horrible in this company. Anything that's catastrophically this bad in that company, I shouldn't be shocked anymore. Neither of us should be. Yeah, absolutely. Roman's only going to have 1 title now, guys. I don't understand why people think there's going to be 3. He's going to be called the Universal Champion. So they're going to probably make him a new belt, new title. And then you're going to have the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It's the same thing that Roman has now. They're just going to take one of the titles off of him. You guys see what I'm saying? I don't know why people thought this was literally going to be 3 different champions. Triple H said last night he's just going to be the Universal Champion over here. There's not going to be 3 fucking title holders. Jer9 confirmed that too. Yeah, WWE Universal Champion. So it's just like how it was before, guys. Nothing they're doing is changing the game. No pun intended. It's just 2 different champions. That's what I mean about. See what I mean? Now maybe it makes more sense. Maybe I should have said that an hour and 41 minutes ago. All they did is they devalued the reign of Roman. And they devalued anybody that's ever going to beat him in the process. Because they took a title off of him. He's no longer undisputed. He now just has 1 title, and now there's another whole different title because nobody could beat him. That's great for Roman. Actually, no, it's not, because he lost the title. So it's not even good for Roman. And it's definitely not good for anybody that beats him and anybody that wins the fucking consolation fucking title. None of it works! Oh my God. See what I mean? Just doing super chats, we're reminded just how dumb this is. I can't fathom that this company can be that fucking stupid. But when you have McMahon's and Levesque in the same room, you gotta know it's one of the dumbest fucking rooms you could ever walk into. There is nothing that could be more stupid than walking in on a McMahon-Levesque conversation. 2 fucking dummies. Stiffmeister! #499 says J.R.R. Tolkien made 4 books. One was The Hobbit, the rest was The Lord of the Rings, and they was bangers! I don't know about, I've never seen Lord of the Rings, or I don't really read those books, so I don't know who the author is, but you're exactly, you see what I mean? It's okay to close a book, create new books, new stories. And if you do it correctly, they will be bangers. I still can't even say that word. I'll call them clangers. I mean, it was nauseating when after WrestleMania, during the knockoff Tony Khan press conference that Paul Levesque does now, just to be a knockoff of Tony Khan, he's like, there's more story to tell. No, there's not. There's no story. Do you guys see how sad Sami Zayn in the Bloodline has gotten? All last night, Sami is trying to talk to the Usos. That magic is gone. All that magic that was leading into Mania, we all knew that Mania was the culminating moment. And that new, fresh stories have to begin the night after. Don't be afraid of starting new books. Like the author of Lord of the Rings, like Stiffmeister said, or the author of Harry Potter. Start new chapters, start new books. Don't be afraid. And if you do it correctly, they should be better than the book before. There's more story to tell. Guys, what happened with fucking, what happened with Sami Zayn and the Usos is just getting cringeworthy now. This isn't a fun story anymore. I feel bad how far Sami has fallen off. He had the big moment at WrestleMania. You're supposed to carry that with his booking. They have failed him. The booking of him has just been so, secondary. You can't even blame the fans for being fickle. They haven't even booked him properly. Every show is this weird 6-person feud with Scooter McGee, Solo, and the Usos and Kevin Owens. That's the best you got coming out of Mania, bro. Stop, man. Stop. That's what I mean about raising the bar. And if fans aren't going to do it, that's one thing. But the company definitely has to raise their standards and bars to help the talent stay over. Mark Chisholm. Mark with a 5 spot says there are no more brain cells left in this company. 3 H's will forever be brainwashed and will never ever be his own man. Thank you, Mark. Scream it louder for those in the back that want to praise everything Triple H does and act like Triple Doofus is a victim and VKM is doing him so filthy. And this grown man, this multi-millionaire grown man can't speak up for himself. He's so victimized. Stop it. Thank you, Mark, for using common sense and logic and not spewing bullshit. Silver Black 31 5 spot. I'm going to have a hot take on 3 H's. H's golden shovel started when he cheated on China to date and marry Stephanie. Silver Black 31, that was always Paul Levesque's mission, though. Attach himself to power. He tried with Regal in WCW, and it worked. He tried to get on Ric Flair's good side. Flair wanted nothing to do with him in WCW. He got to WWE, and he never drank, never did drugs, nothing. But who was his best friends? The Clique. He said he wanted to be a sponge of information for pro wrestling. Then why didn't you hang around with Bret Hart? Lance Storm. There were so many talents that didn't just party every night, and you could have talked pro wrestling. Why did he go with the Clique and be their designated driver? Because those were the ones with power. Those were the ones that were in Vince's office every single night. And H knew that. Paul Levesque put his fucking lips and attached them to the Clique's asses. And the second he got a story with the boss's daughter, goodbye, China. And the second he had a chance to marry her, check you. And the second he was in those boardroom meetings with Vince, I got the power. I got the power. You have to be dense not to see the trajectory of Paul Levesque's career. The guy is a snake. There's 2 types of people in this world, man. Those that go out and earn it every step of the way. And those that kiss ass. The biggest kiss ass. We always blame John Laurinaitis, people power. We always blame I love you, Brewster Pritchard. We always blame has anybody seen Vince? Kevin Dunn. We always blame the Hot Rod himself, not Roddy Piper. I'm talking about Bad Street USA. Michael P.S. Hayes. We always blame them for being the biggest ass kissers. Do you want to know who the biggest ass kisser of Vince McMahon was all along? H. That's the truth. Silver Black 31. Thank you for understanding logic and common sense. DB for life, 2-spot. Backlash is basically a Raw plus SmackDown at this rate. Shake my head. Glorified Raw, glorified SmackDown, DB for life. You are absolutely correct. And that's not even saying too much. That's how bad Raw and SmackDown have been. Josiah Cooper, 10-spot. Salute, BC. What up, Josiah Cooper? Salute, BC. Monday Night Raw made me want to cut my cable. I'm done with Triple H. He is not the answer to fix these problems in WWE. Josiah Cooper, thank you for understanding that. Would he be a little better than Vince if he was by himself? Possibly, okay? I'll give you that maybe. That much better? Absolutely not. He's told you he can't even do the 3rd hour Raw. He's lost. Much less a whole nother 2 hours on Friday night. The guy is lost. Just trying to take on Tony Khan put him in a hospital bed and fucking did damage to his fucking already damaged heart. And that was just a fucking NXT AEW Dynamite feud when he got his ass whooped. You think he's gonna fucking hold on to any meaningful shit on 2 shows a week and pay-per-views every month? No. H was never the problem solver to all of the problems in this company. He never was. Josiah Cooper, thank you for using common sense and logic. Ron C23, 2-spot. BC, why do you think WWE doesn't see how bad it is? Half of it, they don't mind fucking with us, to be honest with you. They don't mind fucking poking and prying and fucking needling us, right? They don't mind that shit because they're making record revenue. They think their shit don't fucking stink until they receive massive backlash. Ron C23, like what happened at Mania? And then they knew they had to correct something. And that's where now you're seeing this fucking stupid title. Yeah, because the backlash was so prominent after Mania. But there's many reasons. They know that they're not putting any effort or creativity into this shit, into these shows, into these segments, into the characters, into the talents. They know that, bro. Hold on, guys. I got to get you back on the big screen there. Ron C23. Strict Tango, 2-spot. Mercedes should have held the IGWP women's title longer. Possibly. There was rumblings that she was not going to do much more dates with anything to do with New Japan. Then we heard there was a contract extension. Then we heard it's only for one more match in Japan, period. So we don't know the details on that. There might be more reasoning as to why she had or did drop the title. So, Strict Tango, I do agree, but I have to find out more. Because she only held it for 2 months. But I know she really does have so much respect for Iwatani too. So, Strict Tango, I just want to find out more of that. But I do agree. Bobby J777499 says LWO haven't won a match since they came together. How the fuck are we supposed to take them seriously? Shake my head. I was literally just saying that on Friday night, and I thought the same thing yet again last night. Like, you make the LWO, fans seem to be interested in it. They're one of the top 5 merch sellers for the last couple of weeks, we were told. And they're just jobbers, bro. They're good to hands, good to wrestlers. JR9 Gaming, 2-spot. Austin and Bobby began June 2nd, 2022, night after Hell in a Cell. Thank you, JR9. If you're wondering, Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley, how long they've been like going in this weird circle for a U.S. championship, June of last year. And then it just didn't stop. Seth Rollins, Bobby and Theory, Bobby and Seth, Seth and Theory, Bobby and Theory, nonstop. Here we are, still doing the same thing. We took out Sethington, we replaced him with Bronson Reed. That's all we did. Nearly a full year, exactly, JR9. Thank you for the date, man, because it felt like the entire fucking year of 2022, to be honest. Ozzy Edwards with a 20 spot, man. Several coffees being thrown to the channel. Ozzy, dude. Salute, man. I got to get a whole new coffee. I only got a couple sips left. So I'm going to do a massive salute to all you guys, man. But Ozzy, stay amped, man. Appreciate it. WWE, are you entertained? The amp unit. Hell no. Ozzy Edwards, bro, in a nutshell, that would be the amp unit's motto, right? Are you not entertained? Our turn. Hell no, bitch. Perfectly said, Ozzy Edwards. Colin with a 10 spot. BC, Cody should have won at WrestleMania with both belts. Then he can relinquish the Universal title so Cody can keep the WWE title. The next night on Raw, they announced they retired the Universal to bring the new belt. Colin, I don't disagree with any of it. There's so many ways you could have... See, you guys are coming up with 100 different ways. Some tweaking would have to be done with some of what you guys are saying, no doubt. But the point is, you guys are not even creative writers, and you could come up with better fucking ways to do this before the Mania botch, Sunday, April 2nd. That's what's frustrating. Colin, you're speaking to the choir. I agree, bro. I agree totally. And this is what's most frustrating is now we're in this situation, which didn't have to be. We could have avoided this bullshit by miles, by a landslide, if they just used common sense and logic. Savage, 1024, the Punisher with a 5 spot and a 10 spot. Savage 1024, the Punisher. BC, people may disagree with... BC, people may disagree and not like him, but they have to respect all the things he's accomplished. Who are we talking about? Savage, let's go to the 10 spot. And by him, I mean, CM Punk. I have to admit, he's got quite a resume of accomplishments in wrestling, but his character is what ruins it, to be honest. Well, Savage, I'll give him respect as far as amplifying an entire wrestling world around that Vegas promo and going into the summer of Punk. That's where it ends, bro. Savage 1024, he's a mediocre wrestler, man. CM Punk is mediocre at best. His talent has always been mediocre. His athleticism is non-existent. He's known for one massive promo in Vegas. That's it. There's not much more I'm going to go back and watch out of his. So, Savage, you've been a CM Punk fan. You've established that many times. Congrats to you, man. I'm glad you're a CM Punk fan. I'm not. And I'm not going to bullshit. He's not that special to me. So, sorry, not sorry. Savage 1024 The Punisher. I understand you like him. That doesn't make him special. The CM Punk chants are mind-boggling. The phenomenon of CM Punk has outweighed what CM Punk can actually produce. Chanting CM Punk has become more larger than life than the actual individual Phillip Brooks. And now Brooks is just, when he comes back, he's worth more negative than positive, unfortunately. No, I don't see the positive in him. Just, yeah, I don't, and you saw how quickly when he came to AEW, how fast the ratings kind of just went backwards. You know what I mean? How fans were just not intrigued. Now, you could say that was also Tony Khan. Tony Khan as well, not booking him properly. But, I don't know. CM Punk just, it's and now he looks like he's coming back. We think he showed up to WWE to fucking fuck around. I don't know. But I don't know what people expect from Phil Brooks. He's older. He's just miserable in wrestling, period. He told you that at the media scrum. And now he's going to come back. He had 2 big injuries, guys. He had the foot injury, trying to leap into a crowd. He had the fucking torn, triceps injury. And this is all in 1 year, guys, with just a couple handfuls of matches. I don't understand what people think is going to happen when Phillip Brooks returns. It's really funny to me, man. Cosmic says Punk was on cruiserweight level. Dude, he's like fucking 160 pounds soaking wet. He never had athleticism. I just never saw what everybody else was seeing. He cut the promo, and even BC was excited after that. He set the wrestling world on fire. And then it pretty much fizzled out. In 7 years of chanting CM Punk, it became a phenomenon, you know? It's weird, man. And I just don't understand why people hang on the balls of that chant, man. It's weird to see people, scream for CM Punk and say he's going to save AEW. I can't help but laugh. I don't even get frustrated. I laugh when people say CM Punk is going to save AEW. That doesn't say a lot about AEW. Muhammad, 55 banger bomb. Muhammad, man, thank you, dude. Banger bombs up in the chat again if you don't mind, man. Banger bombs up in the chat. Iman, stop hanging on the balls of CM Punk. He's $160 because I said he is. James Shrimp Fajitas, thank you. Deontay, Eric, Santivia, Robert Hurt, Sir Charles, Big Nang, Pile Driver, put him up. That's all for you, Muhammad. Appreciate ya. Big time. Marie. I appreciate the banger bomb. JR9, obviously. Notorious Nikki Smith. Fuck yeah, Tony. Do that shit up. That's all for you, Muhammad. All those banger bombs, man. Check it. BC, how would you feel if WWE did something where Cody has won the world title, then down the line next year for Mania 40, they do a double turn between Seth and Cody, maybe around Royal Rumble time, and Seth wins the title for Mania 40. We'd be booking way too far in the future. This company can't do that shit. That's the problem with it. Otherwise, I'd be down with it, Muhammad. You could do a lot of fun shit like that, but I would never amplify book like that anymore because this company has proven that we just get our hopes up and we get too creative and we have too much fun with this shit and it fails. That's exactly what we end up finding out. So, Muhammad, I would be okay with that. Dante, Jaron, Eric, Nelly Nell, DJ is a prodigy. Eric, Alicia, Diamante, Renee G, Jane Donnelly, Cosmic, Tony Partita, all showing the love over to that banger bomb. Muhammad's a gold card member status anyway. He knows exactly that he was going to get that love when you put that banger bomb up. That's a lot of coffee to the channel. That's a big tip to the channel. It's never needed, but it's always appreciated on another level, man. And the fact that Muhammad is already a gold unit member, that's already enough love and appreciation to the channel and showing that respect. So to put a banger bomb and throw all those extra coffees, we call that staying amplified. Muhammad, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Brianna, much love, Brianna. Good to see you up in here. Bye, Spot. They always say in order to be the guy, you have to beat the guy. This new title means nothing if they can't beat Roman. Salute, BC. Love and respect. First of all, much love and respect to you, Brianna. So good to see you up in here, and you are 1,000,000,000% correct. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Ric Flair used to notoriously say that 18 times a fucking hour. And what you are in effect saying is nobody can beat Roman. We're just going to have a consolation runners-up trophy. And that's what we got last night. Brianna, it's perfectly said. Perfectly fucking said. Thank you for using common sense and logic, Brianna. Gruss 512, 5 spot. Timmy and Joey believe that Roman will add the new title to his collection. Roman 3 belts until they make it 2, right? He's just a universal title holder, so they're probably going to take one away. They'll probably give him a new title. We'll probably get a newly created universal championship that he's going to start holding. But yeah, he'll you know what? He could become Roman 2 belts for all the fuck we know. Unit, could you imagine Gruss 512 if that came to fruition and Roman became Roman 2 belts? Or until he gets the one individual belt, he would be Roman 3 belts. Knowing this company, they could pull that shit. We shouldn't be laughing at that. Hollywood guy. 5 spots. So they reveal the new title for L.A. Knight. Yeah. It looks good on him. Listen, Hollywood guy, if we were booking this shit, L.A. Knight would have much better booking than this. He would be in the conversation for winning that title. Now, we're just trying to put L.A. Knight, into the category of getting a winning streak, let alone a title situation. Hollywood guy. Appreciate the coffee. Let's see where we are here, man. Ali with a 2 spot. BC, you're amazing. God bless you. Ali says, BC, you're amazing. Man, Ali, I appreciate the words, bro. I just love talking pro wrestling. I started this channel as a hobby. It remains a hobby. I'm so glad it became a success. I'm so glad that all of you get to catch me live, hundreds during the middle of the morning and afternoon before I have to go take care of all my business. And that the next 24 hours, thousands of my unit will be able to catch this because it'll be on the channel. I am so thankful for you guys, man, and that we can come together and be a voice of reasoning in this wrestling community that just doesn't use logic and common sense, unfortunately. I am so glad I have people like James Shrimp Fajitas and DeMonte and Jer9 and Big Nang and Ozzy and Renee G. Look at Sheriff Rivers, for instance. Sheriff Rivers is a 2-month member as of today, man. Can I get a Macho Man, Austin VKM, and Doofus promo if it's not too much trouble? Sheriff Rivers, you are a Channel Gold member. Of course I can end the stream doing some. So what do you want? You want Macho Man, Austin, and VKM in a Doofus promo? I'll tell you what I'll do, Sheriff Rivers. Thank you for the membership. I will have Macho Man, Stone Cold, and VKM ripping Doofus to shreds. How's that? Oh, yeah, who is this guy over here? Yeah, who's this over here? Why's he got his mouth to your lips, Vince? Who the hell is this guy? Why is he so attached to your ass, Vince? That's my Doofus son-in-law, Triple Doofus. Leave him alone. He's my number one ass kisser. Triple doofus, huh? He sounds like a real idiot. Yeah, does he have any balls? Doesn't look like anything's there. Yeah, they're in my idiotic daughter's purse. They stay there. What? Why is he such a doofus? What? Look at me, doofus. You got your beady eyes locked on the eyes of the world's toughest son of a bitch. And now the world's toughest son of a bitch is looking at the world's biggest bitch. Triple doofus, you look like a geek. Get off your knees, you dumbass. Oh yeah, he really does look like a bitch, doesn't he? Yeah, does he go to the ring with you, Vince? Does he get on the jet airplanes, Vince? What does he do, man? Does he ever become detached? Does he go into the shower with you, Vince? What does he do? Oh yeah, dig it? He goes everywhere. He's my number one ass kisser. Anyway, Sheriff Rivers. That's a little bit of Vince, Austin, Macho Man ripping apart Doofus' son-in-law. Anyway, I could probably do that another fucking hour, but we're already 2 hours plus into the stream. Sheriff Rivers, I appreciate your membership, man, as I do all my gold card members. You guys show another level of respect. I cannot tell you how much that is just awesome to me, that you guys would subscribe to the channel because you believe in the channel. We're a little ECW channel. We're too controversial for this platform. We make people run away, or we give them Das Boot if they don't listen to, utilize common sense and logic. But you guys believe in the channel from day one, so I appreciate that so much, man. Guys, I'm going to let it be right now so you guys can go whoop the rest of Tuesday's ass, or maybe it's Wednesday where you are in the world. Who the fuck knows? We'll be right back with you later in the week with lots more of content, man. A lot more amped up podcasts will be hitting your sub boxes. So I shouldn't have to tell you that. Stay subbed and notified. When you're notified, guys, not just subscribed, when you're notified, you click that little bell. You'll be some of the first ones to know that I just posted. So that little bell works hand in hand with the sub button. So make sure you're smashing that. JR9, no, dude, thank you. I know I had some big questions that I needed answered. You were right there yet again, just fucking spitting it right back out. So thank you, JR9. James Shrimp Fajitas, can you do me a favor? Keep on rocking, bro. Deontay, thank you, bro. Top guys indeed, Pile Driver. We'll check you. Cosmic, salute, bro. Put them up. Stay amplified. I actually have to do triceps today, man. Delts. Maybe I'll do delts, too. Delts need a little bit of work, too, man. I haven't hit delts in like 5 days. All right, we'll fucking see, man. We'll get it up. Don't worry. We'll rock the delts, too, maybe. Thank you, Ozzy Edwards, as always. Ozzy, much love and respect. Sir Charles, keep it fucking rocking, man. Pimp Jesus, we the ones. The rest are far distant twos. It's not even close. Eric Leno, keep dropping the truth bombs right back, man. Use that common sense and logic. Eric Leno. Ron C23, thank you, brother. Renee G, it's always good to see Renee G up in here. Godswilla, gold status. One of my first gold members was Godswilla. The Stiffmeister! Honestly, again, with that 100 banger bomb yesterday, never needed Stiffmeister. Thank you so much. That was a lot of coffee. And you started the party out the right way last night. Stiffmeister, I appreciate that. Notorious Nikki Smith, check you. So good to have you up in here, Notorious Nikki Smith. Also, D Stands Alone. Always good to see you up in here. Tony Partita. Keep rocking that bicep, bro. Jane Donnelly. Always good to see Jane Donnelly up in here. Check you. And everybody else, guys, I'll be here another fucking hour doing a roll call of my entire red unit. But we are so close to 500 on the ups before we even take this to the thousands that are going to catch this when it's put up on the channel. So I thank you guys so much. Nearly 500 on the ups in the middle of the morning/afternoon. Rockstar status, baby! All right, guys, I'm out. Buggy, Diamante, Joseph Ramos, Santivia Major. Much love and appreciation to everybody. All right, I'm going to get fresh coffee. I saved one last swig for you guys, man, as a unit, as a combined unit. Yeah. Now I got to go double fist some fresh coffee, hit the fucking gym, take care of all the other business that I've neglected, and we'll be right back later this week with more Amped Up Podcast. For now, top guy, I'm out. Think, be, live, amped always. BC saying check you. Nelly now! Check you.